Yes, hi, hello, welcome to Jump Cuts. Today is Sunday, February 23rd, 2025. Coming at you live with the latest and greatest in movie news. I'm your host and master of ceremony, Tanner Richard Kraft, and for today's episodes of Jump Cuts, I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm two-time subject of the Rizzuto Show. I'm Joseph Rennick.
Both times in part, they talked about your email for a while. That was funny. Anyway, yes, that's right.
I did send them a lot too. So
you did. Oh, they made a joke. Joe, I love you. But when the one host offhandedly said, "Yeah, it's like a 5-paragraph email," I said, "Yeah, that's Joe."
Yeah, that is me.
That is 100% Joe. Yeah.
I write a lot. If you could not tell by at least one of my crappy short films.
They're all beautiful in their own way. Anyway,
nah, except for one.
Yeah, okay. Shut up. Anyway, sorry it's been a month since the last episode of Jump Cuts. I'm going to be honest, I've been very busy. I was in post-production on one movie, pre-production, and then production of another movie. We just released a movie. You got something on your shirt. It came out yesterday. Please check it out if you haven't.
Tanner goes full Josh Hartnett in that movie. It's pretty amazing.
I need to put that thing you sent on my Instagram story. It made me laugh so much. It made me very happy.
Well, because I know you. I'm pretty sure that was intentional.
No, I probably, truth be told, those POV shots, Scott just had the idea day of, and I was like, all right, let's do that.
Did Scott like Trap? Let us know.
I'll ask him. I work with him. Anyway, it's been a lot for Bomb Squad right now. A lot going on. I'm trying to make more movies this year. Joe, we'll see. Joe has concepts of a plan.
I'm writing 2 scripts. Fuck it. I'll just say it right here live. I'm writing 2 scripts. I am not directing them. I am just writing them. I am passing them off. I've already got somebody planned. He doesn't want me to name him just quite yet, but he is going to direct them.
Pretty sure it's the homeless person Joe met behind Taco Bell.
It is not the homeless person I met behind Taco Bell.
Damn.
But he is going to direct my short films. I trust him. His vision is very in tune with mine. I think we've got something. I just need to get it done by December 12th. That I gave myself a deadline. If I don't get it done by then, it ain't happening.
Do you want like the whole movie done by then?
I want a final draft of a script.
Okay. Oh, that's way more doable.
As long as one of the scripts gets a final draft by December 12th of this year, the day that I turn 30, I will continue making both of them.
I turned 27 this week. That's fun.
Cry me a river.
Bomb Squad. I have 2 other projects in pre-production right now too. I'm keeping myself busy because I want us to be what the channel was supposed to be in the first place. A place where you can make movies, not just a podcast channel, though I love making these podcasts, including today's episode of Jump Cuts. Let's just get right into the news. Starting with, you and I, Joe, I'd say we're both pretty big Christopher Nolan heads.
Indeed.
So we got the first image of Matt Damon as Odysseus in Christopher Nolan's upcoming film, The Odyssey. And boy, was the internet aflame with a bunch of pendant nerds being like, "That's not what the Bronze Age looked like." There was 7 people doing that, for the record. It was not that big a deal. I saw one person do that, and it annoyed me.
I feel like Will Poulter from when he was like a child star on his skit comedy show. Just, oh, cry me a fucking river, Barry.
Yeah, no, it looks cool.
It does look pretty cool. I think so. I'm pretty sure you were also forced to read The Odyssey, at least in high school, right?
Yeah, forced, but I also liked it. So
yeah, that's the thing. I couldn't stand it. I will say though,
very of its time.
I will. I need a second to process that.
It was a different era.
Yeah, no shit. All right. So yeah, I really could not get into the Odyssey when I was a high schooler. I'm pretty sure at this point, now that I'm older, I probably would, but I'm not going to take the time to read it. But I think if there is one person that is going to convince me that okay, the Odyssey is fucking great, it's probably Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, no, for sure. Nolan's great. I'm excited to see him like do something more fantasy adjacent.
Yeah, he hasn't. I think it's been a second.
I mean, like, what would you? The Dark Knight, maybe.
I mean,
The
Interstellar is like
Prestige, but Interstellar's
Interstellar is
hard
like
sci-fi.
I was gonna say it's hard sci-fi, but there's fantasy like
Yeah, but
elements.
it's
To it.
really hard sci-fi. Fantasy's a stretch. I get what you're saying, but I think that's a stretch.
Okay.
I don't know. It looks good. I like the armor. It's probably going to be a great movie. Will I like it as much as Oppenheimer? No. Because I mean, unless we have another Poopenheimer banger from Joe Vrenick.
No, I don't have a Poopenheimer pig.
The poop is this.
No, I'm laughing because I'm just thinking it's like we were talking about Nolan films that like have elements of like quote unquote fantasy to them, and I was like thinking I would say Tenet's a fantasy movie because it's a fantasy to think that that movie's good.
I forgot. I'm going to be honest. My brain went, yeah, he made Dunkirk, then Oppenheimer. It's weird he took such a long break between movies. I like Tenet. And I forgot about it.
That was the movie that made me be like, I think I get the people that don't like Christopher Nolan.
It is
now.
Nolan at his Nolaniest. For better or for worse.
I think in that case, for worse.
To each their own. I can never dislike a movie that stars John David Washington. They can't make me hate him.
I will say this, though. The one good thing that Tenet gave us was the daily upload of, I ordered my hot sauce an hour ago.
I still get a notification every day. That channel is still going. It makes me so happy.
They are still fucking going.
I ordered my hot sauce an hour ago. And also the really funny screenshot of John David Washington and with the subtitle, "I'm the protagonist." That's just good. That's good content. Also, I don't know. Robert Pattinson's fun in that movie.
Well, Robert Pattinson is usually fun in most things.
So my theory is that his character in Mickey 17 is descended from his character in Tenet, and nobody can prove me wrong.
Okay.
That's what I think.
But anyways, the Odyssey.
The image looks good. I'm excited to see it. I did see some very funny edits. Some people did a trying to put him in actual bronze era type armor. Bronze era armor is quite rotund looking, so it would have been very funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I thought the biggest piece of the news was. But we have another big piece of news, and I'm glad you're coming on, Joe, because I think you're sufficiently primed to rant about this, which is that Matthew Lillard is officially coming back for Scream 7. Now, before we get into this anyway, I do want to say, I don't think this is entirely out of left field. I think Matthew Lillard has been teasing this for a very long time. I also think there is a version of Scream 3 out there in which he came back.
Yes. There was an alternate version where he was supposed to be the big reveal at the end.
Which would have worked, I think, fine. The problem is twofold. One, I'm just significantly less interested in a Sidney Prescott movie at this point, considering she just wasn't in the last one and I felt her story kind of closed. So I'm not that into her coming back. And two, if you're going to bring Matthew Lillard back, don't fucking tell me about it in advance. What?
Yeah.
Don't you want me to be surprised?
Yeah, I'd want to be surprised by that too, because how the fuck is he still alive? They threw a fucking TV on his head.
Unless there's like a thing, they do say Matthew Lillard comes back. It doesn't say that his character per se comes back. Because remember how crazy it was when in Scream 5.
Oh my god.
Like, what if he's just a ghost again? Like, oh my god! You figured it out. You cracked it.
I figured out how they bring him back. That's not the same way that they brought Billy Loomis back. The way that they bring Matthew Lillard back They do the reverse evil twin brother trope. There's the
My good twin brother.
He has a good twin brother out there.
Oh no, he's Canadian. Oh no, I'm real friendly, eh? Oh yeah.
That's not Canadian.
Oh, me and Ski go right back, eh?
I think that's more Indian than Canadian.
7 pounds and a pot of gold.
Now you're John Lennon.
7 years ago. Ringo, I'm the only other living Beatle. Ringo, I'm gonna be in Scream.
I thought it was me that was supposed to be taking the LSD, like, heavily, not Paul.
Ringo, I'm gonna be in Scream.
That's cool, Paul. I'm gonna do Thomas the Tank.
I'm gonna be a killer. I'm gonna kill you, Ringo.
What is this bit that we're on?
Ringo.
This is fucking madness.
Matthew Lillard is coming back for Scream 7. I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh, neither am I.
I'm not interested after they've hired Melissa Barrera. I'm not interested at this point.
Say, you got rid of Melissa Barrera, but you bring fucking Nev Campbell back? Fuck that.
Like, a lot of people weren't on the Barrera train after Scream 5, but they definitely got on at Scream 6. Joe, I think you and I are on the same camp of we've been on the Barrera train since Scream 5.
Oh,
really? You were more hesitant about it? I thought you were on board with her.
So, I don't necessarily think she's really good in those movies, but I don't know. I wanted to see where that character kind of went. Because I was more interested in the character than her performance. And I do think that Melissa Barrera is actually a good actress. I've seen her good
in The Heights, a musical Joe liked.
Yeah, a musical that I liked. I also liked her in Abigail recently.
Did you see what was it called? Your Monster?
I missed out on that one.
Oh, you would have liked it.
I think that I would have liked it. Yeah.
No, that was one of the few movies this year I had to go to a Marcus Theater to see because nobody else was playing it.
Yeah, we didn't even get it. But yeah, no, it's like Melissa Barrera not being in the Scream movie, the next Scream movie, for the reasons that she got canned. I could not support that. That was a bunch of bullshit.
No, same. I'm just so uninterested because of that.
I was even hesitant to even go see Scream 6 in the theater because of what they did to Nev Campbell.
Yeah, now they're like, oh, but we're paying her now. When it's like, yeah, but
okay, cool, but you fired Melissa Barrera.
You have to do both. Especially because you pivoted the franchise to be exclusively about her so hard.
Yeah.
And honestly, I felt like Scream 6 kind of sufficiently puts a bow on the franchise.
Yeah, that honestly just closes the book for me.
Especially because, they wrapped up Nev's story pretty sufficiently in Scream 5. I still can't believe no major characters died in Scream 6.
Yeah,
I liked it, and that was a really interesting decision.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, fuck Scream 7, I guess.
Not gonna see it.
Not gonna see it, but you know what movie I did see? I saw Scream 4 in theaters. And, speaking of 4, the Fantastic Four, First Steps. Joe, we got the trailer. Joe, I'm going to let you take the lead on this, and then I'll say my thoughts.
Okay, I'll see it.
Woo!
It looks good. It looks good. I'm cautiously optimistic about this. I am sold on the look for the most part. They seem to have it nailed down pretty well. I am 100% on board with a CGI thing now because, okay, they actually made him genuinely
looks great.
Look great. Not only great, but he looks ripped from the Mike Ruingo comics.
Well, I thought he looked ripped straight from a Kirby comic.
It's kind of a mix of both.
Yeah.
Kind of a mix of both.
The eyebrows are perfect.
Yeah, the eyebrows, spot on. He looks like he's ripped out of the comics. Eben Moss-Bacharach.
I think that's how you say his name.
I think just the couple of lines that you get from him have completely sold me on him playing the character because he seems to have Ben fucking Grimm down.
I was sold on him when he starred in one of the few TV shows I actually fucking watch, which is The Bear. He's so good in The Bear.
I've not watched The Bear.
Well,
So.
you're like me. You don't watch a lot of TV. You don't watch a lot of
I-
new TV like me.
I really don't. And when I do watch TV, it's always Bar Rescue.
Hell yeah, man. You ever catch drive-ins, and dives?
Totally.
Dude,
No,
I'd be watching some Guy Fieri marathons.
Guy Fieri would probably be a very fun guy to marathon.
Guy Fieri fucked my wife. I didn't take my meds today.
This is why your wife left you. Shut this bar down.
Ringo. Guy Fieri fucked my wife. Ringo.
You see what you've got here? You've got one of your managers high off LSD.
Ringo.
Shut this place down.
Ringo. Why are you yelling at me, Ringo? Ringo, we wrote I love your song, Octopus's Garden, Ringo.
This band is freaking disbanded.
Ringo, have you seen John? Where's George? Ringo.
Just Paul McCartney high off LSD.
Oh, also a manager of a restaurant for some reason.
And also just John Taffer just fucking screaming at him.
Ringo, why is Gordon Ramsay here?
Gordon Ramsay.
Ringo.
That's the other guy that yells. All right, Fantastic Four. Tanner, you say your thoughts. I said some of my thoughts now.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, wee! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my wee! The Fantastic Four, oh my god, it looks so good, oh my god, it looks so good, oh my god, I don't want 2020. Oh my god, the fucking Galactus looks amazing. I can't wait, this is real, I can't believe this is real. Oh my god, it looks like a good fucking Fantastic Four movie. The closest thing we've ever had to a good Fantastic Four movie is Rise of the Silver Surfer, which is not that good of a movie. It's really weird that they whitewashed Jessica Alba in those movies when she was they whitewashed a Hispanic actress. That was fucking crazy. But oh my god, the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer is gonna be played by a chick. I don't care. Galactus looked fucking amazing. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, at 7 p.m. on the dot every Sunday. Oh my god, the Fantastic Four, yay! I think that about covers it.
Yeah, he pretty much nailed it. Ah, God.
I do think it's interesting that we don't see Reed's powers in the trailer.
That is very interesting.
Because you know what
yes.
that tells me? They're not done with it yet.
Yeah, I think... Because admittedly, it's like, that is a very silly power to put on.
And it's hard to do in live action, which is why they, stupidly, didn't do it with Ms. Marvel.
Yeah. I swear to God, though, if it's the same thing that they're doing with Miss Marvel for Mr. Fantastic.
If they do light constructs for Mr. Fantastic, I'm going to burn down the theater I'm watching it in. And I'm sorry if it's the Alamo. You're going to be out of a job.
Go see it at Ronnie's. They have an IMAX. Please don't burn down my job.
It's too late, Joe. You can't you can't stop me from going to the Alamo. I told you this earlier today. You can't stop me.
This is very true.
But yeah, this looks fucking awesome. It's everything I think I wanted a Fantastic Four movie to look like. Marvel's off to a pretty start this year. I think Joe and I are both on the same stance of Captain America Brave New World is fine, good even maybe, but you know, enjoyable enough. Not the mess that some people think it is, though it is a bit of a mess.
I just say it's very okay for what it is. I've forgotten most of it except for the final like fight of that movie where the entire time I was laughing like that old lady from the movie Mars Attacks, just like, they blew up Congress.
Ross, I know you're in there. I know you don't want to be the Hulk. Your daughter loves you. Meanwhile, Samuel Stearns is in the corner being like, I've seen the multiverse. It's coming.
Fucking macaroni head.
They should have... It's so funny because usually we I think misguidedly praise Marvel for being unafraid to be comic booky, and then they do shit like that, and it's like, what are we doing? Also, why was the Captain America movie just a Hulk movie?
Yeah, like that was.
Like, I know Captain America doesn't have like a well-known, wide-spreading rogues gallery, but
It's like making a Flash movie, but Batman is like inadvertently like one of the main characters of it, and they're fighting a Superman
no.
villain.
See, I think I like this. Depending on the type of person you are, this might be a stunning indictment, but I'm pretty sure I liked Flash more than Brave New World. Flash was mostly like really good, except the corpses.
Yeah, that part didn't work. All of the Ezra Miller controversy aside, it doesn't help the movie at all. I found it entertaining.
I think Ezra Miller is really good in it, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's sad how really good he is as like normal Barry.
Also, everyone makes fun of the CGI when there's two of him in a shot or two of them in a shot, but I never noticed it because I think they did a pretty good job of making so your eyes were drawn and focused on the non-CG one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't fucking believe they gave Andy Muschietti the Batman movie. That's fucking insane. Because everyone points to that scene of Michael Keaton like doing a fight underground in the prison cell in The Flash, and was like, I'm sure this choreography is good. I cannot tell what is happening. It is too dark.
I didn't think it was that dark personally.
I also just wasn't that impressed by it because it's like, because Michael Keaton is, 70.
Yeah.
He was not him doing anything.
I was going to say, it is very clearly not him. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'll say this about Michael Keaton in that movie. We're totally off Fantastic Four now.
That's fine.
Michael Keaton in The Flash, I bought him more back in the role as Beetlejuice than I did as Batman.
He seemed more excited to be Beetlejuice again, which is interesting because he did seem excited to be Batman again. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just like different energies.
Yeah, his Batman is much more subdued, while his Beetlejuice is, him being batshit.
I was gonna say he's completely fucking, and honestly, that's probably been his best performance in a hot second. Michael Keaton's. I say this like he's not given a ton of great performances basically since Birdman.
I mean, yeah, it's like every couple of years he's in something like amazing. I really liked him in The Founder. That's a good movie. Have you seen The Founder?
I remember seeing The Founder once. I thought it was very okay. I thought Michael Keaton was good in it.
He's good in everything.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's a very reliable actor.
Yeah, he's great in Morbius. Something to do with Spider-Man, I think. All right, well, go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, you can't put that on Michael Keaton.
I don't. His delivery of something to do with Spider-Man, I think, is really funny.
That was very much, he was given a paycheck just to say, like, okay, you just got to say this. We'll CGI you in later.
I can't say I blame him.
I'm pretty sure they paid him well.
They did. All right. Well, from Marvel, or go ahead.
Like how Liv Tyler very clearly got a very nice paycheck to show up for one scene.
That was I really want to be in the room when like her agent calls her and says, "All right, so they exercised the contract. You are showing up in a Marvel movie," and she goes, "Huh." Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's one big takeaway that I got from seeing Captain America Brave New World is that Liv Tyler got a very nice paycheck for like one scene where she actually shows up and she recorded a couple of lines. And good for her. She deserves it. Liv Tyler's she's not been in a lot lately. She deserves a nice paycheck.
My primary takeaway from Brave New World was
Fair. The Fantastic Four looks good.
Looks good. And it's funny that we talk about Marvel, because if we go over to DC, we talked about this previously. The craziest fucking thing in the world is happening, which is that Luca Guadagnino is making a DC comic book movie, and he's making a Sergeant Rock movie that was originally going to star Daniel Craig, but Daniel Craig has dropped out. But like the day after the news that he dropped out, and that's the thing we're talking about, that he dropped out, there was a photo of Luca Guadagnino in like a DC Studios sweatshirt Joe, what's your man's cooking over there? What's your man's James Gunn doing?
I don't know. I honestly have zero.
I thought that was gonna be the end. Just I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't know. I have no opinion on this Sergeant Rock movie and Daniel Craig's involvement.
Or lack thereof now.
Yeah. I just hope that Luca makes a entertaining movie. Luca's a very good director. I hope they find someone who can fill in that role and
Heard they're gonna get
it
Armie
off the
Hammer.
ground. Oh dear God.
We're getting a Sergeant Rock movie, Joe.
We are.
What the fuck? That's crazy cool.
Yeah. It's one of those characters you don't expect to be getting a movie made now.
Or ever.
Well, I could buy a Sergeant Rock movie being made after the success of Tim Burton's Batman.
You know what? I see what you're putting down. I think
because remember how
like the 90s were known for like making comic book adaptations of characters. Like, what the fuck kind of barrel did you drag them from?
Yeah,
they made a Steel movie before they made a Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah, that was the strangest thing. Is like after the success of Batman, instead of like learning the lesson from Batman to be like, oh, let's adapt all of these like popular heroes. Let's bring back Superman. Let's bring Wonder Woman in. What's in the Marvel well? Let's pull out Captain America. Let's pull out Spider-Man. Let's do all this. The X-Men are popular. Let's make a movie out of them. They don't do that. Instead, they make Dick Tracy. They make the Phantom. They make the Shadow. They make the Rocketeer. The Rocketeer is the best one out of all of them.
Yeah. So something interesting just happened, Joe.
What?
My audio stopped recording, but we can't stop and start. So we're just going to keep going, and I guess I'll just upload the raw OBS file. It'll save me some editing time, so I guess that's fine.
Okay.
Just something to keep in mind.
Heard. But yeah, no. That was a strange period of time. After Batman 89 is just they just adapt all of these pulp heroes. None of them were hits, by the way.
The Rocketeer's a hit in my heart.
Yeah, the Rocketeer's a hit in a lot of people's hearts. I could theoretically buy some coked out of his mind studio exec being like, all right, what else we got in the DC pipeline? I remember reading Sergeant Rock a lot. Okay, yeah, we're gonna make that a movie. And while we're at it, let's give that Schumacher guy a try for Batman.
Yeah, they were pretty coked out. That was the thing. They would do like obscure things. They would do obscure things instead of like interesting things.
Yeah.
Exactly. James, if you had something like valuable in the chat, I would read it. It's not that I'm not reading it. I'm ignoring it. James is in the chat being like, Armie Hammer, I hardly eat her. What? That's great, man. That's great, man. Really funny. Don't encourage him. Love you, buddy. Anyway. Yeah, it's a bummer Daniel Craig dropped out, but as long as Guadagnino's still attached, which he is, yeah.
It could be interesting.
Sure, fuck it. And I think what James Gunn is doing with DC as a franchise is really interesting, especially with the sense that it feels like he's putting creatives first as opposed to executives first. In contrast to that is, I think, the worst news of the last month.
The one that's hurting me especially right now.
Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson are stepping back from their creative control of the James Bond franchise and handing it entirely over to MGM and therefore, by extension, Amazon. So James Bond is going to suck now. At least No Time to Die was like a great note to end on. That is my favorite Bond movie now, so, I'll take it.
I've still not seen that one. That's part of the reason why I decided to do a James Bond binge recently. Follow my letterboxd at BKRR. You can see all of my opinions on the James Bond movies as I watch them. I'm on The Man with the Golden Gun as we speak.
Ooh, that's a fun one. Is that Moore? No, that's still Connery.
No, that is Roger Moore.
That is Moore. Okay. Have you seen the Lazenby one already then?
Yeah, I've gotten past the Lazenby.
Oh, what did you think of that one? Really? I love On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
I think it's fine, and I feel bad Lazenby only got one shot at it.
I think he is such a great Bond.
He is a good Bond.
I wish he got more than one movie.
Same. But God, we have all the time in the world.
Jeff Bezos is going to play James Bond.
I am so fucking pissed about this, especially when because I've also been like paying attention to Bond news lately, and just kind of the shit show.
Yeah, because we're all ready for like the next Bond thing to happen, and it's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah, it's like we've gone a couple years without Bond. We want him back. We want a new Bond now that Daniel Craig's out. We want to know who the next Bond is going to be, and Amazon is being the fucking tricky bastards that they are. And then some fuckhead studio executive, no joke, had the balls to look Barbara Broccoli dead in the fucking eyes and call her family legacy fucking content. Content!
It's James Bond is something that should have always just... Because you know what? We're going to get a Q series. We're going to get a 006 series. We're going to get a Moneypenny series. We're going to get a M series. You know, the new James Bond is going to be Millie Bondy Bond, as according to James the Nerd. You know what it actually is going to be, though, Joe? It's going to be, it's going to be a Cold War period piece, and we're going to bring in Henry Cavill to play James Bond, which is so boring. Snooze, tomato, tomato. I'm sick of the whole fucking... They should do a... Do you want a period? Do you want a Cold War era James Bond movie? Oh, look, I have some great news. There's a dozen of them.
Yeah. Look, here's the thing. If they want to do a period accurate, like, Bond movie and they want to be faithful to the book in it, fine. I'm absolutely okay with it, but I'm not counting it as canon. Like, there's people that count... I think it's like not You Only Live Twice. Never Say Never Again, I think is what it's called.
Well, because that was made by a different studio.
Okay, so yeah, people don't count that one as canon. I'm counting the period accurate one, not canon as well.
I mean, canon. What does canon matter with the James Bond movies, though? Really, it's not like this series did not have continuity from one movie to the next until Daniel Craig was James Bond.
This is true. It's like it was like The Evil Dead before The Evil Dead was a thing.
Like, I think the Moore movies would occasionally, like, reference previous Moore movies, but, like, only kind of vaguely.
I was going to say, well, here's the thing about On Her Majesty's Secret Service and Diamonds Are Forever, the next movie, which brought Connery back. The movie starts out with Connery fucking going after Blofeld for killing his wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that movie starts off fucking hard.
Yeah, that is like one of the few times they did like a continuity thing. And I think they only did that to like ease people back into Connery being back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never Say Never Again is great. It has bad reviews for some reason. I think it's great. It's directed by Irvin Kershner.
That's a different movie, Tanner, that I was talking about.
I know. I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay. But, period accurate Bond. Like, I won't count it as canon, but you want to know what I will count as canon? If they go back to camp. Because remember when Bond had goofy gadgets? Remember when Bond surfed on a tidal wave? Remember when Bond had an invisible car?
Yeah, when it was silly. That was fun.
I miss silly Bond. I want to go back to silly Bond. Like, I've been having a lot of fun with, like, a lot of these early Bond movies. When you exclude the racism and the sexism. Yeah, man, oh man, those movies, woof. Like, they're still fun, don't get me wrong, but there is stuff in it that, like, even for the time did not hold up. Live and Let Die is not kind to. It's mostly black cast.
There's like a James Bond movie where like they don't actually like say this, but it's kind of implied where like James Bond just goes, sometimes you have to sexually assault the woman.
I think I saw that one already.
It's one of the Connery ones. That has some
that tracks.
it has some questionable
Like Goldfinger, he just fucking thrusts himself on pussy galore. It's
James Bond. I'm not looking forward to the Rings of Power version of James Bond.
Neither am I.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'll only watch like the movies anyway, so like it doesn't matter.
Mark sent me this article that he saw and I read it. Amazon already made a $300 million James Bond movie, and it fucking sucked. It was called like Citadel or something.
That was a movie?
Yeah, I think it was like called Citadel.
I thought that was a TV show. That's funny.
I think Nick Jonas's wife is in it.
My wife. We don't like Sacha Baron Cohen now, though.
Yeah, we don't like Sacha Baron Cohen anymore.
Canceled.
Borat's still very funny.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, James Bond's gonna suck now.
James Bond is 100% gonna suck. In fact, I'm probably not gonna watch it whenever they fucking.
If it's released in theaters, I'll check it out. But like any like streaming bullshit, I'm not gonna care.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah. It's like I've already lost Star Wars. I'm still giving Marvel kind of a chance. God damn it! I just wanted another Bond movie. Another goddamn Bond movie.
Well,
Solomon Grundy want Bond movie too.
Well, here's the good news and the bad news. Okay, the bad news is you're not getting another James Bond movie. But the good news is you're getting another Jurassic World movie. I lied. It's just two pieces of bad news. The Jurassic World Rebirth official trailer dropped in. I'm not gonna lie, Joe. I actually thought the trailer looked kind of good, but I'm not fucking falling for this again. I'm not. Nope. They burned me twice. Fuck you. I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, apparently you had expectations for the third Jurassic World movie where I didn't.
They put Sam Neill in the trailer. That was enough to trick me.
No, I knew that was a trick. I got an axe. I fought back. I knew it was going to be awful.
It was enough to make me fall for it. You know, I actually didn't even hate this. I like the third one more than Dominion. Or wait, no. Fallen
Dominion
Kingdom.
is the third one.
Sorry, I like the third one more than Fallen Kingdom.
I also agree with that sentiment. Fallen Kingdom was a movie that made me so angry. I saw it on a $5 Tuesday. It pissed me off that I went on a rant out into the movie theater lobby with my ex-fiance. And my ex-fiance had to be like, okay, before we get in the car, I'm just going to let you rant for a little bit, and then we're going to calm down. I am not going to let you drive like this.
Dominion was like, I don't know, Dominion had a couple of fun parts.
Yeah.
And it was also very goofy when I guess everyone in the world can just start doing this to the raptors, and that's sufficient.
Yeah.
You ever hit someone with that in real life? That
yes.
It's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fun.
I'm kind of split on how I feel about.
Well, you don't like the last two things Gareth Edwards did you?
I'm just not a Gareth Edwards fan. I thought like. I haven't revisited Monsters, but I remember I thought that was okay.
You don't like Godzilla much.
I think Godzilla is very mediocre.
And you really don't like Rogue One.
Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, is not only the worst Star Wars movie, in my opinion, it's one of the worst blockbusters of the last 10 years. I fucking hate that movie.
We're getting awfully close to that being an inaccurate statement.
I don't.
Because of the flow of time. Rogue One is 9 years old this year.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
But yeah, didn't like that. I really did not like The Creator. That movie looked like it was shot in a fucking airport.
But John David Washington, so you can go either way.
I definitely liked it more than Rogue One, I'll say that. I was just hoping that the villains won because I just want the robot to die. Because I just hate AI that much.
John David Washington.
Yeah, but he's not a
The
robot.
John David Washington.
I don't care. I
John
like him.
David Washington.
He needs a better agent.
You seen that clip of him at the Criterion Closet where he just holds up the Jackie Chan police story box set and goes, Jackie Chan, you know what I'm saying?
He's got good taste. I'll give him that.
Yeah, you got to give him that.
But yeah, so that is the big like thing that's pulling me back from wanting
But
to see
I think
it.
you liked the trailer, right?
The trailer looked. It gave off the vibes of Jurassic Park 3, which is a
In
sequel
a
that
good way.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. Tanner knows this. I don't know if I've ever put this on the record, but I actually like Jurassic Park 3.
Alan.
In fact, it's my actual favorite of the sequels.
I thought you were about to say it's your favorite Jurassic Park movie.
I'm not Tanner, in a world where Jurassic Park exists, where I'm wearing the hoodie that you can't see right now of Jurassic Park. No, Jurassic Park is my favorite of the Jurassic Park.
I would respect the hell out of that as a choice, though.
But the reason why I will defend Jurassic Park 3 to the day that I die, one, it's 90 minutes long. It gets in and it gets out. It moves very fast. There's a lot of energy in the editing and just the action of that movie. And it also doesn't pretend to be anything other than just a fun island adventure movie with dinosaurs. Like, I get what I'm expecting out of a movie titled Jurassic Park 3. And I'm satisfied with what I get.
But have you considered Alan?
I have, and I like that. It's very stupid, and I like it.
It is pretty funny. I'll give you that. It's kind of funny.
It's so stupid. And I was getting vibes of that from this trailer. So I was like, okay, I might actually enjoy this. I actually do kind of like the look of the movie. I will also unabashedly, without like a shred of doubt, I will see anything starring Scarlett Johansson. That woman is going to be 75, and I'm still going to think she is the hottest woman on the planet.
All right, calm down, boy.
I also Jonathan Bailey is in that movie, and I just discovered this man through Wicked,
Did you
and I
like
want to
Wicked?
see like I liked Wicked. I thought it was fun.
Okay.
In fact, I thought he was the standout of that movie.
He is fan-fucking-tastic in Wicked.
Incredible in that movie.
I mean, I think
was
everyone's great in that, but he is so good.
Yeah, everyone is good in that movie, but he is like the particular standout. And I was like, I need to see 10 movies with this guy like immediately. And I guess now I can see him in a Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, I like it. I thought the trailer looked good. But I'm not going to fall for this trap again. And speaking of Trap, which was a movie directed by M. Night Shyamalan, we have information about our next M. Night Shyamalan movie. Joe. Jake Gyllenhaal is going to star in a movie in an original film from M. Night Shyamalan and also, Nicholas Sparks.
I was going to say, written by Nicholas Sparks.
Who, audience, you might know Nicholas Sparks as the guy that wrote A Walk to Remember and The Notebook.
The Last Song, Dear John. This man wrote every fucking early 2000s romance movie.
Yeah.
I want to know
a good
where
writer,
this is.
I say.
This is a fucking bizarre ass like pairing. Well,
Shyamalan taking on a co-writer, that alone is kind of insane to me.
Not only taking on a co-writer, taking on Nicholas fucking Sparks.
Yeah, of all the co-writers, but like, yeah.
I want to know so badly what the fuck this movie is even going to be because of those two.
Yeah, I'm really curious about it myself. And you know me, I love M. Night. I love Trap. It was one of my favorite movies of last year.
I can say love him or hate him, that man takes risks and he does very bold things. But, this is one of those things.
The big thing for me here was like, obviously M. Night Shyamalan working with a co-writer is kind of crazy to me, but you know what's crazier to me?
What?
How the fuck is this the first time M. Night Shyamalan is working with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Good question, because I feel like
They
He's
were
one of those-
made for each other, it feels
He
like.
is one of those people that could make M. Night Shyamalan dialogue work in the particular way that he wants that, like, those lines delivered. Like, yeah, that's a match made in heaven right there.
M. Night Shyamalan's Ambulance. Sorry, like, it just came to me in a vision and I needed to say it out loud. Yeah, I dig it. It's good. I'm
too.
really excited to see them team up. I don't have much more to say, but I am really curious. And M. Night Shyamalan was probably best known for making The Sixth Sense, which was a quasi-horror movie, right?
Right.
And if you're talking about quasi-horror movies, you also have to talk about actual horror movies. So
Okay.
Final Destination Bloodlines, the next Final Destination movie, and from what I understand, the last role of Tony Todd's career, the official teaser trailer dropped. I thought the Final Destination movies ended on a surprisingly great note after they, like, 1 is probably the best one, maybe. 2's really good. 3's fine. 4
Well, 2 has,
is
like,
dog shit.
Yeah.
But then 5 might also be the best one.
Well, like, yeah, like, you say 2 is really good. 2 has, like, maybe the most iconic scene of the franchise.
I get uncomfortable behind logs on a highway.
Like, everyone, like, when you say Final Destination, that is immediately the first scene that
everyone immediately thinks of either the plane from the first movie, or more realistically, they immediately think of the logs.
Yeah. Which speaking of the first Final Destination, you know that was supposed to be an X-Files episode?
I did know that. I did know that. I think because you've told me before.
I was going to say, it's like, oh, hey, time for me to bring up the X-Files again. I haven't done that in a minute.
This teaser isn't much, but I like what I see.
I sadly don't have too much to say about it. Like, I'm still going to see it because it's Final Destination. I'll fucking see it.
To be fair, there's not much to say. It's a teaser, but
right. If that's a movie that knows what it is and just runs with it, I know I'm gonna have a great time. Either way, I am seeing it because Tony Todd passed away. Uh-oh. Tanner's face.
Sorry, so the SAG Awards are today, right?
Okay.
Supporting actor. Supporting actor, Kieran Culkin. Zoe Saldana, supporting actress. Demi Moore, best actress. Conclave, best ensemble. So that's big. But the biggest thing is Chalamet won actor. So Chalamet might win the Oscar. That's all I'm saying.
Brody's got competition.
Well, you know what would be funny is if Chalamet won and beat Brody for it.
Who
Chalamet would be younger than Brody was. Because, you know, Brody's the youngest man to ever win Best Leading Actor.
Yup.
Chalamet would be younger.
I want to see that live if that is what winds up happening. I want to be there when that happens.
Anyway, you were asking who was nominated, right? Go ahead.
Solely, like, if that does happen, I just want to be there solely so that I could see, like, whenever it cuts to, like, the actor reaction, like, grid where it's like you see all of them in their seats waiting for them to announce the award, just to see Adrian Brody's face.
The nominees are Joe, Ralph Fiennes, Adrian Brody, Coleman Domingo, Sebastian Stan, and Timothy Chalamet.
Okay, so yeah, I want to see Adrian Brody pull a Sam Jackson when Joe Pesci won the Oscar. Just shit.
Sorry. What were we talking about?
Was it Joe Pesci that won the Oscar?
I think it was. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, what were we? Oh, Final Destination.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet is going to be in Final Destination, I think is what we were saying.
Totally. But yeah, no, it looks, for what we have of it, it looks fine. I'm still going to see it either way. Just because it's Final Destination and just because it's Tony Todd's last movie. You're right there, Tanner.
I'm just reacting to Timothy Chalamet winning. Yeah, it's gonna be Tony Todd's last movie. I still can't believe he's gone, man. That was a shock.
Yeah,
I'm happy I got to meet him.
I'm glad he followed me on Twitter when I was on Twitter.
Oh yeah, Tony Todd used to follow you on Twitter. Good times.
Yeah, and like when I figured that out, I made a tweet saying it's like I didn't realize Tony Todd was following me, but hi Tony Todd, thanks for the follow.
Unfollows.
No, he liked the tweet.
That's sweet. He was such a nice man. It really sucks that he's gone.
Yeah, it does.
But the new Final Destination movie is probably going to be good. I always love Tony Todd in those movies. So
what's the next piece of news there, Tanner? Zach
Krieger, who you might know as the barbarian guy, I think.
Yep. Or if you're a weirdo like me, you know him from The Whitest Kids You Know.
He was yeah. He's going to be doing the Resident Evil reboot.
Yep.
I'm on board. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Paul W.S. Anderson. What is it? W.S.
Yeah.
What's fuck?
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Mila Jovovich's husband. I think the first couple of those Resident Evil movies are actually kind of fun.
I hate to admit it. I have the entire franchise except for like the most recent one sitting on my shelf.
Yeah, I saw Welcome to Raccoon City in theaters, and honestly, I think I was just in a bad mood when I saw it because I do not think it deserved the vitriol I gave it. But I gave that shit half a star.
I think that was your least favorite movie that year.
I don't think I stand by that, Joe. I think I was honestly just in a bad mood when I watched it.
What did I give it?
Probably it probably deserves closer to 2 stars. There are actually some things I thought were fine about it in hindsight.
Yeah, I gave it like a 2 stars because here's what I said about it. Horribly miscast, paced poorly, uninteresting story-wise, acted kind of mediocrely, cheap looking, and so on. But you know what? I actually still prefer this over the Mortal Kombat movie from last year. It at least felt somewhat faithful in places and didn't have a stupid made-for-the-movie character who was the central focus. And there's some stuff I'll at least remember.
The actor that plays Leon Kennedy in Welcome to Raccoon City is both the least well-casted thing of all time, but simultaneously the best casting of all time. You know what I mean?
And I like that actor too. Like I think he's a pretty good actor.
I think if he was given better direction, he probably would have been really good as Kennedy.
Yeah. I don't know why he plays him like a sleepy doofus in that movie.
To be fair, Kennedy is a bit of a sleepy doofus in the first game.
He wasn't even in the first game. That's the
like
thing.
I said, the second game. That's what I said. I did not misspeak. You heard me wrong.
Yeah, that movie's so fucking weird too, because it tries to adapt Resident Evil 1 and 2 at the same time.
It sure does.
And it doesn't work. You got to pick one or the other. But the Zach Krieger one, I'm gonna be real. Even with Zach Krieger at the helm, and I think he will do a really good job of making a Resident Evil movie. I've just been burned by that series too many goddamn times. At least film-wise and like TV-wise.
Okay.
Like Resident Evil is a series that I want them to retire from everything except for video games.
Okay, well, hear me out. This next Resident Evil movie is being written by the guy that wrote John Wick Chapter 4. Does that change things for you?
Not really.
Okay. What if I told you he also wrote the last 3 Zack Snyder movies?
That makes it worse.
What if I told you he wrote the Jamie Foxx movie Day Shift that you forgot existed until I said it in that sentence?
I didn't even know that was a movie.
You saw that movie! I've talked about it with you!
Did I see Day Shift?
That's the Jamie Foxx like vampire movie.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was about to say, I didn't even know that movie existed. And I'm like, I've had a conversation with you about it.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie. Holy shit.
You see what I mean? You forgot about it until I brought it up just now.
Yeah, wasn't it like Men in Black, but like with vampires?
It was Men in Black, but bad.
So like most movies after Men in Black.
Yeah, I liked 3 a lot.
Well, I wasn't meaning just Men in Black movies.
Oh, just all movie.
So like R.I.P.D.
We should have stopped making movies after Men in Black. We peaked.
We really should have. That movie is perfect.
Why do we need more Men in Black movies? I don't think so.
We don't need more movies after Men in Black.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Men in Black International is a masterpiece, though, so we have to
Tanner,
keep that in mind.
I will fucking kill
Joe Reddick always tells me how much he loves Men in Black International.
I would rather punch myself in the dick repeatedly than watch that movie again.
I do like the Men in Black International trailer, except for the part where he says, it'll be fun, we'll have fun with it. It's so funny that Chris Hemsworth, I like the song in it, but it's so funny that Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson have like great chemistry in the Thor movies, and then in Men in Black International, it's like they've never talked before.
Right. But yeah, no, I hope Zach Krager does make a good Resident Evil movie. I don't wish ill upon it. I just can't. I've been burned way too many. It's like you with the Jurassic World movies. I've been burned one too many times.
Yeah,
and it's a series I love. I've streamed.
I love the Resident Evil
the
games. I'm a big fan of them. Please ignore the part earlier where I accidentally said Leon Kennedy was in the first game. They kind of mix together in my mind. Oh, the PS1's one. The PS1, the ones from the first PlayStation do anyway.
Right. Yeah, that's my whole takeaway on it. I don't have much else to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Resident Evil movies are kind of like a void. The void.
Yeah.
Sentry Thunderbolts trailer.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yet another bit of Marvel news that I don't have too much to say about, sadly.
Someone's in the chat saying, Tanner, I will not forgive you, but I will forget. Is that a threat? Should I lock my door?
I won't forgive you, but I will forget.
I don't like this.
I don't like that either. Is it someone we know?
Leon and Resident Evil. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Anyway, Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. Looks kind of awesome.
Yeah, I'll probably see it because I work at a movie theater and I can see these movies for free.
Good for you.
All right, Christian Bale.
I'm so glad you understood that.
Tanner, of course I knew that reference. I lived through 2009. I was a teenager who had the internet.
Good for you.
Fuck's sake, man, you amateur. I mean, seriously, you and me, we're both done professionally.
We're fucking done professionally here, man. You know, it took me a long time for me to realize that that it's just random guy bit where Iron Man goes, you know, we're fucking done professionally, man. It took me, I think it was actually last year I finally put that together. Anyway, the Thunderbolts looks kind of awesome. I don't know. It's so funny because like when they announced the premise, I went, okay, so they just want to do a Suicide Squad. And then they announced the team would consist of like 3 super soldiers and 2 Black Widows. And I went, and then the trailers come out and they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, they do look pretty good. I'll give it a chance.
What do you think the asterisks about? Because it is Thunderbolts asterisks.
Because I do know there is like an actual Thunderbolts team that is comprised of like different people.
Well, Thunderbolts in the comics were a bunch of villains in disguise.
Right.
Which is not what they're doing here, which is a shame. That would be cool.
I know go to his channel. He's got a GoFundMe campaign going on for his next retrospective, but In the style of his Fantastic Four retrospective, the YouTuber B Mask is he's doing a retrospective on the original Thunderbolts.
I didn't know you
Definitely go
watched
support
B
that.
Mask.
B Mask fucking rules.
No, he does. I just didn't know you watched him.
That Fantastic Four video he did is maybe like one of the like it's like how you feel about the Disney Channel theme documentary by Kevin Bergerer.
Yeah.
Like that's what that is to me. Like it made me realize, oh yeah, no, I love these guys. Like it reminded me why I love the Fantastic Four.
The Disney Channel theme History Mystery reminded me why I love the impression that I get by the Mighty Mighty Bosstones.
The other funny thing, speaking of B Mask, he released a video around this time last year on Inspector Gadget 2, and this was the day after I got super high off edibles and watched the first Inspector Gadget movie.
Perfect. You were gifted there.
And I typed that in the comments. He liked the comment and responded. It's like, you have no idea how happy this makes me to know this.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Well, yeah, I think the Thunderbolts looks like a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see it. But you know what else I'm excited for, Joe?
What is that, Tanner?
The Oscars. They're in a week. When I put, thank you, Odious Convulsions. Thank you for the congratulations on our shirt movie. We're very proud of it. The Oscars are in a week, and when I put this in our news notes, Nora was at the time considered the Best Picture frontrunner because it won at both the Director Guild of America Awards Best Picture and the Producer Guild of America Best Picture.
Right.
But as of today, it lost Ensemble at the Screen Actor Guild Awards, so I don't know what the fuck is going on now. Especially because Nora also lost Best Actress at SAG. Demi Moore is winning the Oscar, by the way, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I still think Nora's the frontrunner, but I'm shakier about it now. Joe, what do you think's going to win Best Picture?
You know, I'll say this. I think there's kind of a beauty in not really knowing. Because it's kind of been starting to lean towards, like, at best, like, 3 different movies.
There have been aggressive frontrunners the past couple of years. We all knew Oppenheimer was winning going in. We all knew Everything Everywhere was winning going in.
Like, the Brutalist at one point was believed to be, like, that's just going to win it. And then Conclave was like, no, they're going to... It's going to be the safe bet. I don't think Amelia Perez is winning it.
No, I don't. But when it had the most Oscar nominations at first, I mean...
Usually whenever it gets the most Oscar nominations, I'm skeptical it's going to win.
Unless it's Titanic.
Unless it's Lord of the Rings.
Unless it's Oppenheimer.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's been interesting just to kind of see like where the predictions have shifted. Sadly, none of them have gone to The Substance, which, if I'm being honest, that's the one I absolutely unabashedly want to win.
I don't think The Substance is winning Best Picture.
Oh no, it's not. It is 100%.
No,
not.
But I do see a path for it. It's going to win Best Actress. It's competitive in original screenplay. If you win original screenplay and Best Actress, I could see Coralie Fargeray winning director. And if you have actress, screenplay, and director, you're probably going to win picture.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count on it, but it's not impossible. I still am betting on Anora. It's so weird to say I think Anora's going to win Best Picture when I don't think Mikey Madison's going to win actress, because that seems weird to me.
Right.
But that seems to be the way it's going right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't wait for a complete unknown to win 5 Oscars. How about you?
Somehow Monica Barbaro gets her Oscar win.
Sure. Why not?
Speaking of Monica Barbaro.
Apparently dating Andrew Garfield?
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to bring up. I saw an article about it, and I was just like, I had to make a joke about it. It was Andrew Garfield and a complete unknown star, Monica Barbaro, supposedly dating. And I'm like,
That's really
that's
mean
very...
to Monica Barbaros.
I was going to say, that's really mean to say to Monica Barbaro. She's been in stuff before.
That's mean.
She was in Top Gun.
The news that
man, oh, man.
Monica Barbaros and Andrew Garfield were dating was heartbreaking to me as a bisexual.
I'm sorry. You know, I said Monica Barbaro was in Top Gun. I completely, like, it shocked me. I was like, oh yeah, she was in Top Gun. Wait, she was in Top Gun? What?
She was in Top Gun. The
She was in
original.
Top Gun.
A movie that came out like 10 years before she was born. She was there. Brian Williams style, she was there. I'm excited for the Oscars only because I like predicting them and it's fun. I'm probably going to release a proper video on this later in the week, but this is where I think the cards are. You ready for this? Because I don't think you're ready for this. Are you ready for this?
Special delivery.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I think is winning all the big ones. You ready?
Okay.
I think adapted screenplay is gonna go to Conclave.
Okay.
I think original screenplay is gonna go to A Real Pain.
Okay.
I think supporting actress is gonna be Ariana Grande. Supporting actor, yes. Because it's between her and Zoe Saldana, but it might still be Zoe Saldana. I might just be hoping that Emilia Perez gets swept. It's probably going to be Zoe Saldana, though. But I want it to be Ariana Grande, I guess. I'm hope predicting a little. Best actor in a supporting role is going to Kieran Culkin. That there's no question that's happening.
Yeah, I was going to say, at this point, yeah, that is 100%.
Best actress, I'm 90% there. It's going to be Demi Moore. Actor...
I was just say now that Chalamet's won that award.
Before today, I think I would have confidently said Brody. You know what? I'm gonna do a crazy turn here. You ready for this?
Okay.
Ralph Fiennes, career Oscar there. He's gonna win for Conclave.
Yeah.
Director. What did I say was winning an original screenplay? Did I say Anora?
You said...
or did I say The Brutalist? Oh, I said A Real Plane. Okay, that's right.
A Real Plane. The sequel.
You know what? No, I take it back. Original screenplay, Anora. Best director, Anora. Picture, Anora. And I think Sean Baker's going to win editing, too, which will make him... he will tie the record set by Walt Disney for most Oscars won in a single night.
Nice.
That's my prediction. Anora picture, Anora director, Fiennes actor, Moore actress, supporting actor Culkin, supporting actress Grande, original screenplay Anora, adapted screenplay Conclave.
You don't think star of the hit film Thunderbirds, Brady Corbett's gonna win Best Director?
I want you to know during our recording for The Brutalist, I brought up Corbett was in the Thunderbirds.
Is that how you say his last name, Corbett?
I've been saying Corbett. Nobody's corrected me.
I've been saying it as Brady Corbett. Hey, chat, let us know who's correct. It's okay if you say Tanner, but just let us know.
Anyway, best visual effects. I'm all in on Better Man, baby. Let the monkey win. Because it would be so fucking funny if these reboot Apes movies, Kingdom, Planet of the Apes movies, lost visual effects again, this time to a different monkey. That'd be so goddamn funny. And also, you haven't seen Better Man, Joe. I can't recommend it enough. But,
I haven't. Can I tell you the story that I had about like cleaning during a screening of a Better Man?
Sure.
So I got assigned because I was working as a server one day for my job at the Alamo. I picked up a serving shift because I just wanted money. If I ever pick up a shift, it's like I'm low on hours and I need the money, so I'm picking up a shift. And they put me in 2 screenings of Better Man that were completely like dead. Like not a single ticket was sold. So they got me put in like another theater just to make my efforts coming out like worth it. But I'm cleaning the theater and like I'm watching the movie like a little bit as I clean, and I kind of start to get into it a little bit. And I kind of feel bad that I didn't see it when I had the chance. It looks very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're, as a neurotic linguist, I prefer Corbet.
Yeah, I guess Brady Corbet would probably be the best person to ask, how do you say your last name?
This is true.
But yeah, we'll see with the Oscars. I'm going to have fun, but this has been one of the tougher ones to predict for me. Because like I said, like years past, there's usually been a solid like third of the categories I was confident in. This year, I'm confident in supporting actor and leading actress, and I'm not confident in anything else, really.
Fair.
No, that's a lie. I think realistically, well, no, I do think Better Man could win. I was going to say I'm pretty sure Doom Part 2 is going to win VFX, but I actually do think it could be Better Man.
Okay.
Alien Romulus with the steel chair. It can't be Romulus. Sorry. I know you liked it. I don't want the fucking, I don't want any movie that does the resurrecting a dead actor thing to be rewarded.
No, I get it. And that's also my least favorite part of that movie. I don't know, man. That movie just looks really good, too.
I didn't hate it. This Odious Convulsions hated it. That's fair. I think I would have liked it more if it wasn't for the fucking resurrecting a dead actor thing, but I had fun with it. I don't know.
I was gonna say that element and just the fucking callbacks to both.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Yeah, that I can't lie to you about your chances, but you have my sympathies. Fucking could not stand that bullshit, and I hated that it was there. When it's doing its own thing, that's when I like really get into it. Like I like the part where it's like, okay, we like the only way to sneak past these things, we gotta chill the room, we gotta get our body temperatures down. And if like one thing goes like completely wrong, these eggs are gonna go off, and there's just gonna be all these face huggers. Like that scene was cool. The fucking alien at the end of that movie is fucking cool. I like all of the zero gravity stuff. That stuff's fun.
There's fun parts. I don't know.
There's a lot of good stuff in Alien Romulus.
I wish I liked it more.
But there's stuff that keeps me from like really loving it.
Get away from her, you. Not the point. Anyway, the Oscars we'll see. We'll fucking see. We'll fucking see. We'll fucking see. We will. In a perfect world, challengers would be winning best score, but in the world we live in, it wasn't even fucking nominated.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll say this, as someone who thought Challengers was okay, the best thing about that movie was that score.
That is all of the news we have on this week's docket. So, to the chat, I ask, is there anything you would like to hear Joe and I talk about before we close the show for the night? While we wait for chat to maybe think of something, did you see Grand Theft Hamlet?
I did not. I missed out on it.
It's on Mubi now. You can like watch it on streaming now.
I'll have to watch it.
It's really good. I liked it a lot.
I was gonna say, I know you liked it a lot. It looked really interesting. I'll check it out.
It's my favorite movie of the year so far. I gave it 5 stars, and I mean it. I meant that shit.
I watched Transformers 1 on a plane recently.
Yeah, because it's great. Like, I told you it was great.
I was like, okay, the things I don't like real quick and out of the way. It's like, I think the jokes that Keegan Michael Key is given, they are a little grating. That man used to be really fucking funny. I don't know what the hell happened. He was not one of my favorite things about that movie. They got all of the like annoying winks to the original series like out of the way right at like the beginning. The you don't have the touch or the power. Like okay, yeah, okay, I get it, cool. Um, when that movie gets going, that movie is fucking entertaining as hell, and
Yeah.
I feel bad that I didn't see it at my work when we had it.
Oh well. Next time. There won't be no next time. Okay, well, it's looking like nobody's in chat got anything for us. That's okay. We'll end the show. Thank you so much for tuning into Jump Cuts. If you're listening live, we really appreciate it. If you're listening on any of the audio platforms we're on, thank you so much for listening. Leave us a review. It boosts us in the algorithm. If you are listening, how about you mosey on down over to our Patreon? The $5 tier gets you access to commentary tracks. Today, I released the one we recorded back in December for Swiss Army Man. It's a lot of fun. And the $10 tier gets you a shout out at the end of the episode. So Tanya Kraft, thanks so much for contributing to our $10 tier. If you're watching on YouTube, comment below and let me know. What do you think is going to win Best Picture at the Oscars? Are you excited for Thunderbolts? Are you excited for the Fantastic Four? Are you excited for Jurassic World Rebirth? And finally, where are you? And I'm so sorry. Comment below and let me know. And while you're down there, hit the like button so you know how much you like us. Hit the bell icon so you know how much you love us. And hit the hit the like button so you know how much you like us. Hit the subscribe button so you know how much you love us. And hit the bell icon to know exactly when we upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
They slid my ticket across the table and I said, "Sorry guys, I gotta see about a girl."